Hi there, I'm Luke with Tandem Cross, and I'm here with Charles from Savage Range Systems. Today we're going to be going over how to set up, operate, and maintain the Savage Range Systems GT Tabletop Gunsmith Bullet Trap. First, Charles is going to cover the main features of this unit and how it uses unique technology to keep the operator safe while allowing you to test the functionality of a wide range of firearms.
The Gunsmith series of bullet traps are designed for the gunsmith to be able to safely test fire handguns, rifles, and shotguns right there in the shop. Gone are the days of packing everything up, driving out to the range just to verify a repair. The GT unit sits on a bench like we have it here, and it's rated for everything up to a 338 Win Mag. Its big brothers, the GD and GHD, are freestanding units, and they'll handle everything up to a 460 Weatherby Mag or a 50 BMG respectively. The traps are all designed around our patented circular deceleration chamber and low angle ramps. This minimizes the generation of lead dust inside the unit. The bullets will travel, they'll spin inside the deceleration chamber until they run out of gas and drop into the collection tray. The fluid, which is a combination of water and synthetic oil, encapsulates the lead dust, keeping it out of the shop and, more importantly, out of your bloodstream. The 2-inch pipe on the GT unit is designed for a shop vac with a HEPA filter if you want to exhaust the muzzle gases. Unless you're doing a lot of shooting every day, most people don't bother with it.
Because the Tabletop Gunsmith is a single welded unit, the only setup preparation you need to do is find a safe, well-ventilated area, open the front access panel, remove the manual, the snail oil, and basket hook. You can return the bullet collection tray into the trap like this, and then push it all the way to the rear. The next step is to add approximately 5 gallons of fresh, clean water to the trap. As you can see here, the water should be about 1 inch below the bottom of the door opening. Next, add 2.5 cups of the snail oil solution. You'll generally want half a cup of oil per gallon of water. Go ahead and secure the door like this, and we're ready for operation.
Before we begin, just like to remind you that this trap is rated up to 4,100 foot-pounds of energy.
First, place the muzzle of the firearm into the shooting port. The barrel and base of the bullet trap should both be level and parallel to the floor. Center the muzzle in the shooting port, and once aligned, you can begin to fire. Now that we've put some rounds through the trap, I'm going to have Charles explain how we clean and maintain the trap after use.
To recover the spent rounds from the bullet trap, remove the door and, using the hook provided, pull the collection basket out of the trap. The bullet fragments should be placed in a proper storage container for disposal or recycling. Reinsert the basket into the trap and secure the door. How often you empty the basket will depend on the calibers you are firing. You will be able to collect a lot more 22 and 223 caliber rounds than you would 9mm and 45s.
Before we end the video, I want to go over some of the daily routine and preventative maintenance. The first thing you're always going to want to do is check the water level and top it off 1 inch below the door opening. Also, as we showed before, make sure you check the level of the spent bullets in the tray and dispose of the spent rounds in the recycling container. Always ensure the access door is tight because vibrations from rounds hitting the trap can actually loosen the bolt. Occasionally check the hose clamp on the safety cover. It can come loose over time. A much less frequent bit of maintenance to keep in mind is keeping the oil concentration between 5 and 6% by using a refractometer. And obviously routinely check for trap damage or excessive wear before operation. Now that we've gone over setup, operation, and maintenance, is there anything else you want to add, Charles?
Thanks, Luke. It's important that you have the muzzle in the shooting tube. If you have a rifle with a muzzle brake, you want to get the brake beyond the inside limits of the tube if possible. Otherwise, you may find the safety cover hanging on the barrel. If you find that the fingers on the safety cover are impeding the slide on your semi-auto, you can put additional slits in them to loosen them up. We've even had people cut them back, make them shorter. You will have sludge that accumulates in the bottom of the trap. This is the lead dust that would otherwise be all over every surface in your shop. To empty the trap, you remove the plug at the base, drain the fluid into a 5-gallon bucket, scoop out the bulk of the sludge, and then pour the fluid back in. Some people will drain the fluid through a bag filter similar to what a painter will use, just to have less particulate going back into the trap.
Once again, I'm Luke from Tandem Cross, and this is Charles from Savage Range Systems. We want to thank you for watching our video on the Savage Range Systems GT Tabletop Gunsmith Bullet Trap. We'll see you next time.